In the heart of the Middle East, two nations face off against each other. One, the Islamic Republic of Iran. The other, the Jewish state of Israel. But what if this isn't just a political standoff? What if the seeds of this conflict were planted thousands of years ago in the shadow of empires and prophets? Today, on the Dusty Scroll, we unravel the ancient origins, modern ideologies, and dangerous realities of the Iran-Israel conflict. This is not just a war of weapons, this is a war of history. In 539 BCE, the mighty walls of Babylon fell to the advancing armies of Cyrus, the great ruler of the Persian Achaemenid Empire. But what came next wasn't destruction, it was liberation. For decades, the Jewish people had suffered exile after being conquered by the Babylonians. Their temple in Jerusalem had been destroyed. Their identity was shaken, their future uncertain. But Cyrus, known in Persian as Cruz and hailed by the Jews as a messiah, issued a decree allowing them to return to their homeland and rebuild the sacred temple. This event is more than a historical footnote. It cemented a legacy. In the Hebrew Bible, Cyrus is called God's anointed. He is the only non-Jew given such a title. This marked the beginning of a profound bond. For centuries, Jews lived peacefully across the Persian Empire. Iran became one of the oldest homes of the Jewish diaspora. By the 20th century, over 100,000 Jews lived in Iran, many serving as traders, scholars, and even royal advisors. The bond was not just political, it was personal, cultural, historical. But the story was just beginning. Fast forward to 1948. The horrors of the Holocaust still fresh. The Jewish dream of a homeland becomes reality with the birth of the State of Israel. While the Arab world rejected this new state, Iran, under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, took a different approach. Though he didn't officially recognize Israel, he quietly established ties. Israeli diplomats operated unofficially in Tehran. Iran sold oil to Israel, and in return, Israel offered intelligence and military cooperation. The two countries shared a fear of Soviet expansion and Arab nationalism. Behind closed doors, a powerful alliance was growing, but it was fragile. Beneath the surface, the Iranian people and clergy viewed Israel's actions in Palestine with increasing discomfort. Still, for over 30 years, Iran and Israel cooperated. But revolutions don't ask for permission. In 1979, everything changed. The Iranian monarchy collapsed. A theocracy led by Ayatollah Khomeini rose from the ashes. Khomeini's revolution was not just anti-Western, it was anti-Zionist. The new regime called for the destruction of Israel, labeling it an illegal occupier of Muslim lands. Israel's embassy in Tehran was shut down, its keys handed to the Palestine Liberation Organization. Suddenly, Iran became Israel's loudest enemy in the region. From Lebanon to Gaza, Iran began funding and arming anti-Israel groups. Hezbollah, founded in 1985, became Iran's crown jewel proxy. The Islamic Republic was no longer just a nation. It was a movement. The conflict is not just military, it's ideological. Israel, despite its security apparatus, is a democracy. It embraces secular governance, free press, and pluralism. Iran is the opposite. A theocracy ruled by clerics. Law is drawn from religion. Free expression is tightly controlled. To Tehran, Israel is a symbol of Western decadence and colonialism. To Israel, Iran is a radical force seeking its destruction. The rhetoric is unrelenting. Iran refuses to recognize Israel. Israel labels Iran as the greatest existential threat in the Middle East. This is no longer just politics, it's identity. Israel is believed to be a nuclear power. Its arsenal is unconfirmed, unacknowledged, but widely accepted. Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful. But leaked documents and defector testimonies suggest otherwise. In 2010, a cyber weapon called Stuxnet crippled Iranian centrifuges. In 2020, top Iranian nuclear scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was assassinated. Israel is widely believed to be behind both. Iran says it is being unjustly targeted. Israel says it cannot allow Iran to go nuclear. This is not Cold War. It is silent war. A war in the shadows. The Iran-Israel conflict has spilled far beyond their borders. The battleground is the Middle East. In Syria, Iran supports Bashar al-Assad. Israel regularly bombs Iranian weapons, convoys, and bases. In Gaza, Iran funds Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. When rockets are fired, Israel responds with devastating force. Even in Yemen, Iran-backed Houthis have claimed attacks on Israeli interests. These are not isolated skirmishes. They are a chessboard. Iran and Israel are the grand masters. The superpowers are never far. The U.S. stands firmly with Israel. Russia and China maintain deep ties with Iran. American sanctions try to choke Iran's ambitions. Meanwhile, Iran builds alliances in the East. Some see prophecy in this rivalry: Gog and Magog, the end times, a final war. But historians see something else: a pattern, a cycle of fear, power, and retaliation, one that has played out for millennia. This is not just a conflict between nations. It's a struggle between past and future, memory and myth, survival and supremacy. The people of Iran and Israel are not born enemies. Their ancestors once coexisted in peace. History, if it teaches anything, shows that enemies today can be allies tomorrow. If you found this journey through time insightful, hit like, subscribe. Can't tell us in the comments. Can history guide us toward peace? Till next time, this is the Dusty Scroll.